No English bands tonight, Fraser. I've banned all English bands. Did we not learn anything from July 4th? This has to be the best Goregrind song ever recorded. Yes, Fraser, and I'll talk about it again. Fraser, I'm having an Independence Day beer for you. I'm pouring all your English band's tea into the Delaware. I hope that shit's on the test when I go for my citizenship. I know that. What a great fucking song. What a great fucking song. You know, that was the very first grindcore band that I can say that I heard. Not that I knew it was grindcore at the time. I figured it was just poorly recorded death metal. And I remember the day that I heard it. I remember where I was. Almost like when Kennedy was shot, right? I remember where the fuck I was. There was a kid at my school who was into some crazy, crazy music, and that was really cool because where I lived at the time was a little beach town, and there was no record stores, and what he used to do was, like, order shit from Sydney, right? So we lived at that point like 6-7 hours away, so it was like 2 weeks for you to send your money order and then 2 weeks to get your shit back, so a month to get it. So he got this album, and he got... for fuck's sake. This might have been the same thing where he got Beherit. For some reason, he was into this, like, he would just buy stuff that he thought the covers were cool, right? Like we all did. But he wouldn't go to record stores. And keep in mind, we had one record store, and that was 40 minutes away, and none of us had any licenses, right? So it was only when we went to school and you could get some time off and you could race down to the record store and buy something. So chances of them having Carcass was going to be 0 to none. So we had to order it. So he orders this, he puts it on, and you know what blew my fucking mind about this? Actually, about the first two Carcass albums, was that they would name the guitar solos like songs. And we would have so much fucking fun trying to say the names of them because, you know, none of us could pronounce half the shit that they were talking about. And we were we were convinced that they were morticians, because that was the rumor, you know, and that rumor would go on, and you would find out that another band picked that up later on. But yeah, we thought that they were morticians or they were medical students, and they were, and that was Carcass. We had no idea about that. You know, some of them were in Napalm Death. We had no idea what was going on, apart from there was this album that had this really kind of cool cover. So that was my first Goregrind. And Carcass has really been my only Goregrind. I know fuck all about this subject. If you came to this tonight thinking that you're going to learn something about Goregrind, you are sadly fucking mistaken, because I don't know shit about it. But I do know that I like a few bands. And I've kind of tried to listen to a bit of it. Like more recent stuff. Tried to dip my toe into the porn grind or the porno grind. That's fucking just... That's horrible. You know, like, I think porno grind is like the raw black metal of Goregrind. Like, but not the good raw black metal. It's like the 2020 version, you know. So, it's cheap, it's fucking... sounds horrible and whatever, but you know, I kind of like some of these songs, and some of these are kind of new to me, like this next one, I believe. And I figured that what the hell, we'll just like we'll give it a shot and see if you guys like it. And that way, if something comes up and you can tell me something about it, then I'll learn something and we'll all learn something together. But while we're sitting here, Shredbeard, thanks for coming. Fraser, isn't there something else you can be doing? Neckroom. Fucking best metal channel on YouTube at the moment. Unless we're talking about mine, you know, I've got to put mine up there somewhere, right? And Marty, heavy metallurgy. Talking to medical students, you normally have 4 of them on that channel fucking at least once a week. Listen to that fucking... So why can't all grindcore kind of sound like this? You can always tell when a fucking Goregrind band's going to end a song. Dude, that's kind of cool. General Surgery was a band that I knew of. I'd never heard them, right? And then it was Necrology. Was Necrology their first album? So this is where the mind goes blurry, right? So there was a story that I tell where we went into this little record store, the only record store in Sydney when I was in high school, and we would buy demos because that's all we could afford, because demos were like $5 a pop. And whatever we'd heard, whatever we'd seen, bands, because we were a little bit too young to get into shows at this point. But what we would do is we would go in there, and if we recognised the band name, we would pick up the demo. I wish I still had those fucking demos, because some of those demos today, maybe not in the grand old US of A, but definitely in Sydney, Australia, are worth a pretty penny. So I wish I still had them, but we would go in there and buy whatever, and we picked up some really cool stuff. And one day, Mr. KK Warslut from, at that time, Bestial Devastation was sitting in there, and he fucking bullied us into buying rather General Surgery Necrology or a band called Necrology. I can't remember to this day, because it was one of those things where it was a little bit more than what we had, so me and my friend had to put our money together and, buy the album as a team. And I think the deal was we would share it, and that lasted about a fucking week at my house, week at his house, and then God knows where it ended up. But hey, it's Saturday. What's everyone doing for Saturday? Anyone do something cool? I did do something kind of cool. Well, today's the first day that I didn't have to sweat my tits off, doing demo on a house and throwing shit out. No, we don't. We both don't like grindcore, really. I mean, grindcore, if we're talking, Terrorizer, Carcass, early Napalm, everything up until shit just still got like, okay, so I would say everything up until shit got political, but then I would also preface that with everything up to when shit I figured out became political, then I stopped. It just didn't interest me after that. I thought they were singing about dead stuff, and then turns out, no, they're singing about government stuff. But I will say, maybe it was a little bit of youth, a little bit of ignorance. It wasn't, I didn't realize if they were singing about one side or the other. It was kind of like, it was a blanket statement. So, I didn't mind it. But, anyway, what was I talking about? So, fucking, we don't necessarily like grindcore as a whole, but I will dip my toe in it every so often when I feel the need. But, Saturday, that's what I was playing at. So today, being that I was, we had a bit of a few hours off in the after lunch, Miss A and I decided that I would go to my first county fair. And I've never been to a county fair, so I didn't know what to expect. But it was exactly what I thought it was going to be. Exactly what I thought it was going to be. What is Fraser saying? I've got to stop the show for Fraser so we can all fucking see what's going on here. You gotta play your own country band, Buddy Lee. I don't know. Can someone let me know what that means, and we'll try and get Fraser's request on. But yeah, so I went to this county fair, and we patted some goats, and we fucking did some walk-arounds and saw some rabbits that are about the size of a fucking medium-sized dog. I've never seen a rabbit that big. So that was kind of fucking cool. And, dude, so that's the one thing that I know with a lot of stuff that you guys do. Turkey legs, I'm not a big fan of. I don't mind turkey. But turkey legs to me look like grey meat. So I try to stay away from it. But I do understand what you guys do. But it started to fucking rain. But before it did, we had to try the weird food items that some of the American cuisine. And apart from barbecue, which we all know and love, I tried a fried Reese's cup. And I was kind of like in the, I don't want to fry up a candy bar. And I don't know how peanut butter goes fried. Turns out it goes pretty fucking well fried. And that's a surefire way to kill yourself. That's probably about as dangerous as fentanyl at this point, all right? Because you could eat those all day fucking long, and they're like zero benefit to your body. But goddamn, they taste. I can look. I've never done heroin. I've never done fentanyl, but that's the culinary version, I think, of those two drugs mixed together. So I did do that, and I was ashamed of myself after I did it, but that was an experience. And then the next thing that we got into was fried Oreos. All right. So I know some of you in the chat are going to know fried Oreos. All right. A racist cup. What are we talking about? Where did we go from here? What's Shred saying? Shred will shed some light on it. You play the famous Australian metal band called Australian. Yeah. Fraser doesn't come with many names. He just comes with countries. Play this country. Bitch, this ain't FIFA. Fuck yous. But anyway, so we tried fried Oreos. Fried Oreos is probably like just the what's the smack? Is smack heroin? Whatever's below heroin. I would have, if fried Oreos and fried fucking Reese's was a drug, I would be into both of them. I would be the guy behind the glory hole getting money to get my Reese's Pieces fried fucking candy bar. Dude, that was so fucking good. So anyway, with that said, let's play something else, eh? Let's play something else that's good. I like this band. This is the band that actually the rumor started again that it was all filled with medical kids, right? Or the famous photo of them with the old dude in it. They actually look like morticians. Dude, this is Carcass Worship to the Hill. I've got this fucking CD, the blood pack of it. It's unfucking real.
Created a murdered perspective.
guy stole that fucking goat. That goat was cute as fuck, and it was only like as big as a chihuahua. But I'm like, one day this little prick's gonna grow up, he's gonna eat my couch, and I'm gonna hate it. And you can't potty train a goat. Like, if I'm wrong, let me know, because I don't think you can potty train a goat. So, he didn't get the goat. We don't play that stuff, Marty, because I still need my green card to, come in the mail. So when I get it, I'll turn a new leaf. But until that time, I gotta play it kind of safe. Fraser, this is County Medical Examiners. If you haven't got this album, then that's the one thing that you're missing from that extensive collection that you have. You need to rectify that. That is some carcass worship. That's a great fucking band, man. If you're a big Carcass fan, you're going to fucking love that. If you can find it. I don't see it around much anymore, but we got right back just before the pandemic. So I'm over here. And Miss A at the time was working for a very, very famous artist, very, very bougie artist. And we only had the one car, and we had to drive an hour to get her to work. And I would go out looking for stuff to buy, because at this point, the only way we could survive was fucking selling shit on eBay. So I was selling all my shit, and unfortunately, so we go to this guy's house, and I see he's got a BC Rich out the front, and I'm like, okay, this guy must have something other than that. So I go up there, and there's boxes and boxes and boxes of just CDs. I'm like, bingo, right? So I go up to him, and I'm like, oh, dude, how much is the CDs? And he says something like $5 a pop. I'm like, fucking hell. I said, what if I buy a lot? He goes, oh, we'll work something out. Let me know. He goes, but they're my dad's. He goes, I'm trying to get rid of them for him. So I go up to him, and before that I make a phone call to Miss A, and I'm like, hey, there's something here that we might be able to, get some cash off, because it's all like classic rock stuff. But we're not talking like, Creedence Clearwater. We're talking box sets. Fucking box sets of like, Yes, and the guy, I say, it's kind of unfair just to bank him into the classic rock. He had shit that was classic rock stuff, but like ultra versions, like, remember those CDs that came out, and they were like, I don't think they were called like Super Max CDs, but they were like the high fidelity CDs. So he had all of that stuff for all of these bands, you know, Jethro Tull and fucking Kansas and all this stuff that I know people like. And then he also had this industrial stuff, which we both, Miss A and I, kick ourselves to this day. He had a box set of, and Miss A, if you can put it in the chat what it was a box set that he'd never opened. It was still in this weird like netting packaging, which it came in, and it was like, I was looking at it on eBay. It was worth $400. So I come to the guy and I'm like, listen, let me just I'll buy all of it. But I said, get me a price. Can you get me a price? And he goes, okay, let me go think for a bit. So he goes back, he speaks to his wife, and he's a young guy. He's in his 20s. He's just married. It was the Wax. Oh, okay. So it was the Wax Tracks. It was a box set and super fucking rare. And this was unopened. So I knew there was some money in here, and I didn't give two fucks about it. Or I didn't at that point. I didn't care. But we were just thinking about eating and surviving. So, and plus I had to cough up fucking a few grand to fucking stay here. So I was looking for some quick money, if you know what I mean. So the guy comes back to me and he says something crazy. Like he goes, look, if you got $500, he goes, you can take all of it. And we are talking, I had a Ford Explorer at the time. I lowered the seats. There was just enough room for me to get in the front, and I packed that son of a bitch with as many fucking boxes as he had. And there must have been, I think there was like 2,000 individual CDs, and not just like, not just single CDs, but it was, box sets, collections. There was old stuff from back in the day, but everything was CD. We shoved it in. I shoved it in because as soon as he said $500, I said, okay, give me a second. I'm going to go get some money for you. I'll be back. Kind of getting the poker face on. Race down the ATM, get $500, race back down. I'm like, $500, right? No one was at this garage sale. He goes, I've got this BC Rich. He was selling it for like, I think it was like $300. And and looking back, I probably should have a little bit more invested. I wasn't playing guitar at that point. But I should have probably bought it because the $500 that he gave me, like something like 2,000 CDs. Someone do the maths on that. What's it, like 25 cents a CD, maybe? 3,000 CDs. There you fucking go. Someone's got a better memory than me, so we paid for that. Anyway, we dragged it all back. Dude, the amount of shit that was in this fucking haul. Anyway, we made a fuck ton of cash off it. COVID hits, shuts down the world. Rest is history. But I don't know where I was going with this story, but fucking one of the best hauls we ever got, and we sold a bunch of these CDs. But fuck me, man, we had some going through this stuff, man. I still have it upstairs. I got the Megadeth war chest, which I'm a Megadeth fan, but a Megadeth fan up until, Rust in Peace. And then after that, I don't give a fuck. But dude, they're the type of, like, when someone doesn't know what they have, and dude, like, I wanted to, I said to him, I said, listen, if for some reason someone has you get into, someone has any feelings about this, and I've purchased this off you, let me know, and, we'll work something out. And I didn't leave him my phone number. I didn't leave him my address. I didn't leave him anything. But I figured that was, a nice enough way of saying, if you fucked up, let me know right the fuck now. So I got in that truck, dude, and I fucking hightailed it out of there. I didn't give a fuck. Just got out of there as quick as I could before anyone else showed up. Because as I'm packing them all in, there's people showing up. And when you're by yourself and you're at a garage sale, man, people looking in your boxes, that's some, it's some scary shit. So I'm like grabbing them out of the way, chuck them in the truck, get out of there. That was what funded our pandemic life, was those CDs. So thank you, that guy. Imagine telling your dad that he just sold his life's collection for $500. That kid must have been disowned from the family. Like, I would have fucking disowned him. But anyway, while we're talking about disowning people, let's get some more oh, hey, fucking Impaled. Anyone like Impaled? I kind of like Impaled. This is kind of like Definite carcass worship. Dude, I would have been so pissed. My son sold, at that time, my CD collection there, which I've been collecting before my ex-wife took it. Dude, I hope she fucking became a Cannibal Corpse fan after that, or just something. But, you know, regardless, I lost everything, but I know what it's like to lose everything for nothing. So this guy would have felt almost like that for $500. His life, I mean, some of those box sets are going to be worth $100 a pop. Dude, this kid was right out of the family, but you can imagine his wife going, "No, we don't need all this shit. If I can just get rid of it, it's just crap." I can just imagine her saying it, and he's just newly married. You know what I mean? That just married sex is still fucking rank. He's going to do anything he can to fucking stay into that good book, right? Stay anything he can to try. Oh, man. I feel for him. He probably still talks about it today. Hey, but I figured I tried to do this on the Mayhem show, but I figured I'd do it here because it's kind of funny if anyone wants to help me out with this. So there's top stories today in the news, nothing to do with music, and I figured I'm just going to give you how this is going to end. So Iran declares Strait of Hormuz closed again. It's open, it's closed, it's open, it's closed. It feels like a fucking, you know what this is? You know how we're paying more for gas right now? That's never coming down. Get used to it. You know what it's going to do? It's going to come down 25 cents, and everyone's going to go, yay, gas came down, but it didn't. Fucking went straight the fuck up, so don't let that. So that'll go on for 20 years. Who wants to put down some money? Or put down fucking 20 years. Hey, if anyone didn't see fucking Caller of Barbaric Winds on these J-Dog channel, go check that shit out. But, yeah, fucking Iran war. Guess what? We just got ourselves a new Afghanistan, but that's fun. What's this? The next one. Video shed light on pursuit before ICE killing in Houston. Hey, don't run from the cops. That's a bit of a PSA for you. If ICE says stop, don't run. Just kind of stop. You're fucked. They got you. What else we got? Trump trades threats with Iran's leaders. Man, we should just be threatening everyone. I mean, we're America. We can do what we want. I don't know if that's true. Listen, everyone should just be cool. I don't understand the oil thing. I get it. We all drive cars, but, fucking hell. So anyway, yeah, 20 years for that war. What's this one? Justice Department subpoenas New York Times Journal. Oh, fucking hell. Do you know what? Do you know who cares less about the news than me? Nobody. Nobody knows. Nobody cares. And, who gives a fuck? Yeah, what's this? Just point the nukes everywhere. I'm going to go, I suggest Shred might have thought it was point the nukes, not pokey the nukes, but pokey the nukes works. Yeah, let's go back to actually no. There's an interesting movie coming out. I saw it, and I'm guessing it's going to be a big dramatization to make everyone look cool. But there's that Reagan movie coming out where they. How weird would it be if you could be sitting in the room with a leader from another country and you're talking about decimating the earth, which ultimately is, you guys blowing each other up as well, because there's no use for presidents and fucking kings and queens and all that shit after the bombs start falling, right? But how cool, like, not cool, but how weird would it be to be sitting there just like, dude, let's not fucking blow the world up. Let's just kind of work this shit out. Turns out we did, because we're all still here, but we're trying to get back to that point. There must be something profitable about it. But that's the news around the world at the moment, people. If you care, I don't think there's that much. Oh, Mitch McConnell, I don't know who she is, but apparently he's not well, or she's not well. The Democrats warn over a Trump election takeover, whatever that fucking means. Bunch of stuff. Look, all I give a fuck about is not being sent home, until just not being sent home. How about not until anything? How about just not being sent home? That's going to be a thing. But, yeah, that's the news, everybody. If anyone else believes that we're not going to be in a war for 20 years, raise your hand. I think straight up. And then eventually we'll leave Iran potentially way worse than how we found it. But, that's the way the world works. None of us get a choice. I say go out and vote. That's what happens. Sure. Now let's go to fucking Fraser. Fraser's always got good takes on stuff. Raise a hand. How are you going to see those? That's right, everyone. Think about that for a while. Raise a hand. Fraser's got his shit worked out. Hey, can we AI Fraser? Can we make Fraser talk better or spell better? I'm seeing a lot of shit about AI. Obviously, I know it, and, I think it's an interesting little thing, but a lot of videos about AI music, and I'm like, yeah, fuck it, bring it on. Like, if anyone thinks you're going to stop this shit, like, good luck. We're all kind of fucked, or we're all kind of cool. I'm interested in this. This is my hot take. Every day, I get up for work way too early. I go in there and I worry about a guy that does, I guess, I should say he pays my wage at the end of the week, so I guess I should be thankful for that, but that's a weird thing to be thankful for, just to, my time for the money. But anyway, so he pays me so I can live in my house in Jersey and I can talk to all of you guys on this internet thing tonight. Kind of cool. And he's a nice guy, I'll give him that. And his kids are kind of cool too. But, the first person that is losing their job at where I work, if AI can take over, is me, because I don't fix nothing. I'm in the fucking maintenance department, but I do not fix something. So what I'm trying to do is rush it in and try to find ways that AI can do my job for me, so I can stay at home with Miss A and do something else. But that eventually is going to be all of us, and we'll have to figure out another way of making money. They're saying there, we can get a universal income and we'll all be high paid. Bullshit. But I like the idea of staying home. I mean, I'm 50. I've worked since I was fucking out of school. I'm kind of at that point where anything is better than what we do. So if someone's going to pay me to fucking stay at home and keep the lights on and food, man, I can find shit to do. I don't need an extravagant fucking life. But as far as in our little universe, you know what I mean? If we're going to bring on AI for music, by all means, bring it on. Eventually, there'll be so much of it, no one will give two fucks. It's not like most people give two fucks about it right now. It's, people can release good music, bad music, AI music, whatever. It's in one ear, out the other. So, I say let's. I welcome our new overlords and Terminator 2. What else we got? Oh, so getting back to our Goregrind topic, here's a fucking band which I found out, and I showed this on the Heavy Metallurgy. This album is I got this. Let me bring it up. This album I got on a flexi disc. I played it one time. It's got holes in it, so I don't think I can ever play it again. It'll just rip it into shreds. But this band is from Mexico, okay, Mexico. And this was one of the, I don't know who suggested it to me. It wasn't something I just found randomly and organically. Someone said it, and this band is like Mexican Carcass, if you can imagine. So let's have a listen, and you guys tell me what you think about them, because I think they're pretty fucking sick. So that song goes on, but sorry, with that, I just want to play the first song. Oh, let me make myself. Nope, that's not right. There we go. I'm back. Whoa, that is a great fucking little EP. If you haven't got it, I don't know if they release it on anything else, but you should go and have a look at it, man. It's not bad. Ambulance. They are from Mexico. I'm starting to like our little Mexican neighbors. They do some cool stuff. I will say that they're, I mean, when I say Mexico, that band's actually from there, but like when I say Mexico, I mean pretty much anyone south of the border. So I will say their fucking music scene's pretty cool. You know, used to be, I used to liken Australian metal to the South American scene because it was very, you could pick it out. And the way you could pick it out was the vocal delivery of Australian, like especially thrash and the extreme metal. It was a tighter, like a vocal delivery. That makes sense. But we definitely had a kinship to them. But they were a little bit more, I would say, anything spiritual coming out, whether it be black metal or whatever, that was more magic-y thing. It just felt more authentic coming from South America, right? Because they're into some crazy fucking shit. But Ambulance, man, go check them out if you're fucking a fan of Carcass. It's a bit of Carcass. Why do I keep saying Cannibal Corpse? Do you know why I keep saying Cannibal Corpse? Because Cannibal Corpse got me banned in Russia. No Russians will see this video if I play Cannibal Corpse. Fucking thank you, YouTube. Yeah, dude, I kind of like anything. If someone suggests to me something and it's coming from South America, I'm more than likely going to check it out. I just feel like it's like a little bit more authentic coming from a country or countries that have some fucked up shit going on, and living is harder. I feel that that's probably where metal at least has a little bit more authenticity. It's kind of hard. Like I live in a Western country. I'm here fucking in America. I'm from Australia. There's very little oppression that I go against, so it's kind of hard to sing about political stuff. But for myself, if you're talking countries like yes, from anything in South America. I kind of give a little bit more weight to them. But, you know, big fan of Ambulance. I don't know what else they got. I really don't. I think that it's, you know, it's a cool fucking place to, if you're a band. Maybe not cool if you're in that band, but fucking who cares? Hey, here's a band. Talking of Australian, this isn't quite fucking the UK Frasier, but this is definitely from my part of the fucking world. I've played this band before, but I want you to listen because I've been trying to tell people about this. This is Carcass Worship, but from a perspective of not the early shit, which everyone kind of goes for. This is mid-era Carcass Worship, all right? Interesting people in this band too. The band is called Fracture. Let me get over there and get rid of all the bullshit that's there, and let's fucking hear some of this. This is really fucking cool. Big fucking fan of this. The drummer was the drummer from Sadistic Execution. Fastest drummer in the world. Saw these guys play. They were very short-lived.
Support any friend, oppose any foe, to assure the survival and the success of liberty.
So no hard work, right? A little bit more fucking necroticism worship. Give me another band that does necroticism worship. Fucking pass them on, man, because I love this era. The logo's not great. Actually, I don't even particularly like the band name, but I will give it to them, man. This is about as carcassy as Australia got. So Dreadful, let me ask you the question, right? Because I've had this little theory in the back of my head for a while. What does Japanese metal sound like? What is, like, you can pretty much tell Norwegian or Norwegian inspired. You can tell Finnish bands. You can tell South American bands. Used to be able to tell fucking Australian bands at one point. But what is the Japanese sound? Because every time I hear like a Japanese death metal band or a Japanese whatever, it's basically like isn't Pharmacist from somewhere in the Asian Pacific? Like, it's really good replicants, like really fucking good. Not just like clone stuff, but almost topping better than the original versions of a really cool fucking say a US band, or a Westerner band. Like, because I don't really see what the Japanese do, or the Chinese or whatever, but they seem to be able to almost perfect Western metal, which that might be their fucking sound, but to me it feels like they are kind of, nothing against the Japanese, but a little soulless, that they can just replicate sounds very, very well. I don't get it. I mean, it's saying it's easy to answer. Let's go. It's easy to answer. Take the weirdness of the French and make them slightly more cartoonish and absurdity. That doesn't help me. I'm a few beers deep. You might have to fucking dumb that down. I just think they're really good at just making, like, great shit really good, or great shit better than great shit. It's just, I've never looked, I haven't been able to hear a fucking, a band from the Asian Pacific who are trying to do something grindcore or death and say, yes, that's a Japanese band. It just sounds like a really fucking and down to the fucking production, they can nail it. They can fucking nail it, but I don't see what they're doing that is different. But that's just me, just an opinion, just a fucking opinion. But until that time, we have a few more songs that I just wanted to kind of put out there. Bands that, like, if I was a thrash band, I'd be like, oh, have you heard of this new band, Metallica? If you're a Goregrind fan, chances are you're probably going to fucking hear about this band. Let's get to them. Case in point. No tiny symbols in Pharmacist. No tiny symbols in Pharmacist, Logan. We rebuke those tiny symbols. We replace them with big fat shiners. Pharmacists are the, okay, so to get me back into Carcass worship bands, Pharmacists was the gateway. It's perfect. I like this. I'm not a fan of Perfect though. But Carcass had awesome production and great fucking players. I'm hoping that it's a drummer. I'm hoping it's a real drummer and not a fucking drum machine. Because everything that's done in this song and in any of their songs is perfection. I haven't heard a shitty song yet off this band. Man, that's sad. I'm hoping that's not what I think it means. But if it is, trust me, we know where you're at. And, I'm sorry. Freddie is apparently one of my brethren from Australia, though he is in Western Australia, so we don't necessarily take what he says as gospel, because he's getting everything like later than what we get it. But apparently he's got a label, which is the Upside Down Fomorian. He's going to release the shit that we don't want. It's going to be a lot of shit at the moment. Dude, a fucking 7-minute Goregrind song. I told you that's probably what the Japanese fucking trade is there. No Goregrind band has a 7-minute song. None of them. Pharmacists do. Oh, dude. Yeah, we're going to do some Bloodduster. I want to do 2 more songs before I get the fuck out of here and go and enjoy the rest of my life, because I've only got so much fucking time on this earth. As much as I love all of you, as much as I love yous, like Shred, I love you. I love you. I love the way you smell in the morning. Fred, I love that I don't have to smell you in the morning. I love yous, but you know, it's Saturday night. And I got one more day of freedom before I'm back on that clock. Someone owes me for fucking 8 hours of the day. Danny, I love you too. Logan, I love you. I love you. I love that cat. I love that he fucking does all this weird shit when you're not watching. Fucking, I love it. He, fucking the OnlyFans cat. Oh, you know I love you. And now look, I love you back, Danny. Right back at you more than what you love me. All right? But I want to do... Yeah, Fraser brought up a good point. There's the fucking Bloodduster song. And do you know why I love it? because there's a sample at the beginning of it. What's the name of the fucking album? I'm just gonna. Oh. Is it? Fuck. Wait, you know what? I will know it by the trail of its dead. Where are we? Oh yes. Okay, everyone needs to just chill the fuck out for a second, and you're all gonna love this song. You're all gonna love this song. Look at that pretty girl. Ready for it?
Damn, man, why don't you pump the shit up so it can fuck with my eardrums a little bit?
I don't think this is Goregrind, but fucking hell, man. There's zero fucking chance none of you aren't just grooving right now on your couch watching this show. It's part stoner, it's part sludge, part death metal, part Goregrind, but maybe not Goregrind. All fucking Aussie. Dude, how fucking sick is that song? How is it that no one fucking... That is a great fucking song. If you haven't heard Yeast, you need to go check that out. But I want to show you this. This is one of the best samples. Is it going to come up for me? Oh, shit, yes, it is. This has one of the best samples. Oh, it's not going to do it, but I'm gonna say it for you. So... There's this great sample on a Blood Duster album. It's from the movie Bad Taste, if you haven't heard it. And it goes something like this. It's, I can't remember what the fucking guy says at the start. He's like, some of those sick fucks are coming up the hill. You better get out of there fast, Derek. Derek says, I can't do that. I'm a Derek. Derek's don't run. And then this fucking song comes on. Oh, do not fucking tempt me. Necrofest 2027. I'll pick some bands for you. Carl, I'll tell you what you do, right? Join another band, and then join another band, and then all three of those bands can play. Save on the fucking, shipping people from across the state. Is amazing. Logan, if you're not fucking buying this CD now, I don't know what you're doing. How sick is that? How sick is that? That is amazing. That's what you wish you can be. That's what you fucking wish your band sounds like. But I got one last song. One last song. It's a Carcass song. And it is my favorite. It is my favorite fucking Carcass song. And I want you all to revel in the fucking greatness of this fucking song. And you all know, you all heard it. I want you to all kind of, when it, come on. Come on. What's going on with my computer here? Do a refresh. Do a refresh. Okay. I'm going to put this on and then half of you are going to shit your pants. Okay, because it's that fucking good. Get ready.
Bodies which are decomposed, dismembered, skeletonized, pose very serious problems. We've had many cases in this department where a body has been found in pieces or decomposed, and we've been able to put things together.
Yeah, then the upper part of the body in a very badly decomposed state.
Fucking percent. 100%. Now the Kiwis, we give them a ton of shit, but I will fucking say, Kiwi humour is fucking right up there. If you guys have not seen Bad Taste, Meet the Feeble, or Brain Dead, I think over here it was called Dead Alive, you guys do not know what you're missing. That is Australian Kiwi humour down to the fucking bone. It is like, you can take all your Lord of the Rings and fucking whatever the shit and you can shove them up your ass because those fucking three movies right there are supreme. Remember that when they're drinking the puke? Ooh, I got a chunky bit. Dave left me a message last night, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I wanna kind of talk about. Let's finish this song and we'll talk about it. Dave, you always bring up interesting topics, and we're gonna like regress a little, but I think it's something we all need to discuss, and I think we should. If I can start a fucking argument tonight on a Saturday, man, and leave you all with a little bit of fucking anxiety, my job here is done. But let's let the Carcass fucking genius wash over us first. This is how you know that God may not be real, but there is a God. That's a bad sign. Dude, that's a fucking sick song. That is fucking hard. That is grindcore perfection. Fucking perfection right there. And look, you can be that guy. You can be that fucking guy that likes all the fucking early Carcass, the first one or whatever the fuck it is. But that there is like, that's fucking why Carcass is fucking Carcass. You can fucking like Heartwork. I love Heartwork. But fuck me, that is the epitome of what that fucking music could be. But instead, no, it's not. It's a fucking bunch of naked dudes jumping up on stage and fucking obscene extreme and jumping off in fucking banana suits. You know, it's turned into something completely different. You know, I'm not a fan of naked guys on stage. You know, don't know why. I could probably make a fucking guess. But there's this other song. I kind of, when I listened to that, I was like, oh, I need to hear something else. Oh, no. Let me find it, but let me find it. But anyway, what I was talking about, old Dave, Ghoulish Dave. So he brought up an interesting topic. So we did a bit of a thing last week where Heavy Metallurgy did the album club for Grim Reaper's See You in Hell. And then Dave sent me a message to say, you know, he's kind of got into, he found Grim Reaper late, you know, and look, I did too. It's not anything to be ashamed of. It's something that, like, some people find them, you know, where Dave's a little bit younger than me, but we found these bands, like, retrospectively, you know, we didn't find them as they were coming through the fucking game. And I mean, I got into metal, I would say around 88, and I say metal very, very loosely because it was like Crazy Nights Kiss era. So what's that, 87, 88? You know, and then my journey goes from, you know, Kiss, Doc and Metallica, bang, 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 and up it goes. So I understand Dave when he's like, listen, I got this band and I went back and this. However, his point is basically, you know, they are this band that kind of maybe shouldn't have ever made it because, you know, of whatever it was, but none of them were pretty and none of them were exceptionally great. But, you know, they were just this band that kind of were the like, you had your Judas Priests and you had your fucking Dios and you had your whatevers. But then there was, under that, you had these other bands, which were bands like Grim Reaper and Anvil and things like that. And I get that. I get that from say someone who finds it and then goes, like, finds metal and then goes backwards. Like, that's a respectable fucking trait. And I didn't think of it at the time, but it is very much, Grim Reaper is the underdog. It's the underdog story. It's the Anvil thing. It's like, yeah, you found it, and you found all these other bands too. Like, you had you know, as aforementioned, your Judas Priest and all those great bands that came over. And then it's like, well, I can go back and I can relive that whole part of my life again, and I can and I can pick up the bands which I didn't necessarily get back in the 80s, right? So, you know, because you may not have been there for the fucking 80s, but you go back and you can listen to all these bands and you can relive all this shit again. And not taking anything away from Grim Reaper, but by no means are they a Judas Priest, and by no means are they a fucking, a Sabbath or a fucking third generation Sabbath. They're not a Dio and they're not a fucking anything else like that. But if you can go back and you can relive your 80s and start that shit again, by all means, fucking hell, man. Go and grab a Grim Reaper. Go and grab a bunch of Anvil albums. Go and pick up some of these bands that we've forgotten about. I think that is probably the best argument for why Grim Reaper are where they, I guess, got the respect later on. Even when they got the Beavis and Butthead thing, that was in the, 90s. So people got to go back and hear it, but no one picked that shit up that I knew of, okay, in my home country. And you guys are different because, you're in a different country and the people in the UK could probably say something else. But no one was going in the fucking mid-'80s to me, dude, you got to fucking listen to Grim Reaper. You got to fucking hear this shit. The first band that I heard of that was outside of the major releases was Sodom. Someone said, you got to hear Sodom. But that's, normally how people's trajectory, it's like word of mouth. But no internet, no fucking anything. No one's saying to me back in 88, dude, if you like Metallica, you got to go check out Grim Reaper. Like, no one is saying that. So I get where the Grim Reaper love comes from, and I get it that it's something where it's like, okay, I've heard all the big albums at that time. I want to hear the B level, the C level, and the D level tier albums of that time. And then someone picks up a fucking See You in Hell, which has a great, very, very memorable chorus, and they go, yes, Grim Reaper is the fucking boom. These guys were awesome. And I'm glad that these fucking bands get their fucking pat on the backs. I really am. It's a shame they didn't get them back in the day, But that's probably the best argument that I've heard, is that, like, we're doing revisionist history at this point. Seeing that we have the internet and I can speak to people on here and I can say, oh, Grim Reaper's fucking awesome. But I wasn't saying Grim Reaper was fucking awesome back in 83, and I wasn't saying it in 88. And I see that a lot, especially on one particular channel where someone will play something from the fucking 80s and everyone fucking almost pulls out their cocks and starts stroking. None of you fucking heard that shit until someone told you it was cool about 3 years ago. All right? So all this stuff that we're getting now is revisionist history, unless you're a fucking 50, 60-year-old man and, you're on here, and there's not many of us left. But that was the point, I think, which I was trying to get with the Grim Reaper thing, which I didn't get. And Dave kind of pulled it out of me by giving me his version of why he likes Grim Reaper. And I think it's great that, a guy that's younger than me can go back and quote me albums and songs and blah, blah, blah from these bands which were before my time and tell me why. And someone like guys like Dave, there's a fucking few years. Dave's one, which I take his word and I go, all right, let me go back and have a listen to it. Marty is another one, especially now because he's said some shit which I'm like, fucking hell, I should hate all of this, and I kind of don't. Aaron, Metal Theologian's another one, and Alan, Let's Talk Metal. When they say, oh, this was good, and you go, no, it wasn't good, and you go, fucking hell, maybe it was good, I should go back and check that shit out. I'm putting more weight in some of these recommendations now to go back and check it out. So we are at the point where we are right now, we're revisioning history. And fucking A, I think the only good thing about it is that these bands are getting a pat on the back. They are now. But I dislike the sentiment that, yeah, I was here from the start. I was here the day they released fucking See You in Hell, and I was the biggest fan from fucking day one, And I think a great fucking argument for that, it was the Anvil movie, where Anvil just, was rediscovered by a whole bunch of fucking people because of that fucking movie, and suddenly Anvil's hot, So, may not mean one thing or the other, but that was my argument for the Grim Reaper thing. I like it. It's not fan-fucking-tastic. I don't listen to it only when someone says, oh, let's listen to this, and then they put it on. But in saying that, I wanted to play this song, and I want to find it first because I think it's a great fucking song. Is this it? Oh, yes, it is. Let me blast this fucking thing. This is the last one. I'm going to get the fuck out of here. Deicide is another band which I fucking love. Not Goregrind. I'm going to do one non-Goregrind band for this because it's my stream. I can do what the fuck I want. If you were going to say, like, if Deicide has the best song, a best song in my world, this is it, right? And it's because I was at the show. I was fucking front stage. I saw a dude take a fucking knife in that show and fucking fall like into a table. I got some very strong memories about this show. This happened in Australia, and the next day some girl overdosed in the club. A lot of shit happened around the time that I saw this particular song played live. And I lost a job over this fucking song. So there is another song that runs a close second where I almost lost my fucking life coming to this country for it. But this one here stands the fuck out. All right, so we're going to punch this one up. And we're all going to enjoy the fucking supreme Deicide in their fucking prime. Fucking reassess this one, man. This is a great fucking album that no one ever mentions. I'm hearing a little bit about it now, but people jumped over this and went straight to fucking what, Scars or whatever the fuck. This album's a killer album. Great fucking production. It's kind of got a Scott Burns, but an enhanced Scott Burns production. This is a fucking killer album. Fucking boom. You can all fucking let that one put you to sleep tonight. That's a great fucking album, great fucking song from a band that was firing on kind of 3 cylinders at that point. Probably only 2. At that point, actually, Glenn Benton hated the fucking Hoffman brothers. Hated the Hoffman brothers at that point. And I got that firsthand straight from fucking Glenn. I was outside talking to him and I just wanted the other guy's autograph and he's like, yeah, they're not coming out. fucking pussies have all got like little sniffles, so they're not coming out. Exact words. So at that point, fucking Glenn already had enough of their shit. But look, thank you, fucking hell, thank you for all coming down and having a good old chat. Like I said before, it's nice to have some people you can just kind of vent to. You know, like James G, love you, buddy. Tons of time for you. Shred, kind of like Shred. Shred's like fine wine. No, we love Shred. Shred's got to be my fucking bud from, you know, a brother from another mother or something. Maybe from the same mother. We're not sure. Turns out there was a bit of a storyline going on that maybe Shred and Miss A might have had some family ties. That was weird. That was kind of weird. But hey, you know, it's good to all see us here. These are nice shows. I like doing them. Next week, what do we got? Fucking album club. We got that on a Wednesday. I was trying to think what the album is. It's slipping my mind. But we are going to cover that. I'm going to try to pop a little bit more, something different into that. And then we got fucking, hopefully, Nacron's got something going on. The Witching Hour is always awesome. Can't fucking beat the Witching Hour. Friday, you got the fucking Surgeons at Work. You've got the fucking Heavy Metallurgy. We're going to get into something there. When I say we, I mean them. And I'm going to be on my couch and I'm going to be having a few beers. Chances are Dave's going to have another cooking video, or at least not. If you guys have not seen Ghoulish Dave's videos, you got to spend some time with him. Dave makes videos for those who do not have TikTok mindsets, all right? He's got some fucking ideas, and you got to sit them through, and you got to ponder them. All right? So Dave's a fucking knowledge in the game. What's going on tonight? Who's going live tonight? Is old Benji going live tonight? Is he going to make it? I noticed that he was supposed to go live last night for Sunday. I had a bit of a chuckle at that. He fucked up 2 days in 2 languages. But chances are he may or may not go live tonight. So we're waiting to see if that actually happens. Sometimes he falls asleep. I will say this to Ben. That blue light can go suck a dick. No one fucking likes that blue light. You want to get some people looking at you, make sure they look at this. I got a fucking light right up here so you can see my pretty face. Fuck that blue light off, and trust me, build it and they will come type of bullshit. They will all show up. But in saying that, Benji's probably going to go live tonight. God knows what the fuck he's going to be doing. And I'm hoping that all you people all have a great fucking weekend, or what's left of it, before we have to go back and be slaves to the man. And, oh shit, what is it? Ancient Wisdom from Snow. Oh, that sounds like an album I might like. Marty, who picked it? Who picked it? If you can throw that in there so I can get my shit together. Dave's barbecue is off the fucking chain. Dave missed his calling in life. He could have been a chef. Instead, he decided to pick up guitar. Probably wasn't a bad fucking choice for him, but could have also been a chef. Not many people you look at and go, you could be 2 things. Dave, you're doing exactly what life wanted you to do, whatever that is. I just want to be fucking mean at the end. I feel better when I'm just like awful to people. And what else we got? What else is going on this week? I'm trying to think. Heavy Metallurgy twice a week, dude. You got to fucking tune into that. Dreadful Minutes is another one. If you like Heavy Metallurgy, chances are you're going to like Dreadful Minutes and stuff. It gets a little bit wacky. Very much weed inspired. Maybe it isn't, but that's how I take it. And also too, Alan's Tuesday Let's Talk Metal. If you're going to Dead by Dog, buy your fucking tickets. Let's give fucking J Dog a reason to do the next one. You know, gonna say this between the 20 of us, all right? Because I don't know who's here, so let's pretend that we're all gonna keep this a secret. Potentially Mordant Red could be on with better bands. Who have I upset? Anyway, until that time, let's not fucking upset people and not hurt anyone and don't be a fucking big fucking douchebag when it comes to supporting. I say we make a fucking we Shred and I are going to run a train on Dead by Dog next year. We're going to get Melanie Loves Death Metal when she's back on the fucking horse again. We're going to get her back. We're going to get a whole bunch of people. Megan's going to come because Megan has promised us she's going to show up to all events that we go to now. So I know she's just gotten here, but we've already signed you up for something, Megan. And didn't I say that last year? Potentially. Yes, probably. But we were going. This year, man, we were going. But fucking hell, if you can't, never make fucking plans and never say them because fucking life will just fuck you sideways. But dude, I seriously wanted to go to Dead by Dog this year. Only for the certain fucking thing that I wanted to go see the Hell's Headbangers factory. That was it. But other than that, man, was aimed at Shred. Yeah, fucking Jared. Look, there's no one else listening. Shred's a bit of a, Shred will say things, and then you know where I'm going. But look, I love yous all. I think yous all great, and I want to get out of here and go back upstairs and not do this anymore. But thank you all for showing up. Go out and support people, and I hope the rest of your fucking weekend is absolute killer. Until that time, we'll see you on Wednesday night, and support everybody. Support. That's what fucking beers will do to you. Support everyone. All right, guys. Love yous all. Take care.